can remember back in 1989 when I was first hired and my first holiday season was coming up, and the television production students had been putting on a live lip sync each year for that last day before holiday break in order to entertain the classrooms. But this particular year, Mrs. Edna Johnson from the business department came to me with a concern. A former student who was an EMT was in the back of an ambulance and was hit by a driver under the influence, and the family incurred monumental medical bills. So I went to the television production students and we brainstormed and we thought about what can we do to fundraise for this family. And we came up with the thought, let's do a telethon. And along with Mr. Kane's help, and he's been there all 28 years, we put together our first telethon, which was extremely successful, raising well over $10,000. And each year after that, the students continued to come back. Can we do it again? Can we do it again?
Every year they pick a new charity for some local student organization, anyone that's going through some sort of difficulty, and it really just brings everyone together because a lot of the people that are donating, that are helping out, tend to have close ties in especially a small town like Haddam.
We get approached by a half a dozen or so different charities every year to ask us to consider them to be the benefactor for the holiday show. And then what we do is I let the students make the ultimate choice.
So then obviously Mr. Lewis, he'll take his students and basically just have them help in any way that they're capable of doing it, whether that's making videos, going out and trying to get donations from anyone that can help out the charity that year is trying to help.
It's crazy. Students running around, they do it all. They're the directors, they're the camera people, they come up with the questions, getting interviews. It's really fun to see.
And we have the talent side of things. So not only are we raising awareness about what that cause is, but we're also giving opportunity for local artists, musicians to show off their special talent that they might have.
But the greatest gift we give that organization is by producing the videos and raising awareness about who they are and what they are all about.
The raising funds helps, but I think raising awareness helps just as much because Crohn's and colitis, not too many people know about them. It's called the silent disease. So to get the awareness out there and have everybody's support and the donations and everything, it really meant a lot and it really hit home.
Without them, this show could never come together. They spent many late afternoons with me putting together videos.
This is no longer a TV class production anymore. It's turned into a school-wide, a community-wide effort, and the success of the show is in part to all these people and so many more people.
The holiday show has grown tremendously over the years. The analogy that I use, it's like a snowball coming down a mountain. The more and more people get involved in its production every year, and actually the production itself has gotten much bigger and larger.
Prior to 2008, the show was actually done in the TV studio. You know, that small little studio is not really big. You got all these people coming in and out, and it's really controlled chaos. If you think where it is now is controlled chaos, pack everybody into that little studio. You got people in the control room, you got people in the studio on 5 different sets. They had a piano in there for some of the songs. I mean, you bring in the select choir, you bring in the jazz band, and you pack them on that little set. And they're elbow to elbow in the studio, and that's what we had for the holiday show.
When we first started this show, I think we were running it, a couple hours long, and now we're pushing 4 hours, and we have a hard time even bringing it to closure after 4 hours.
Now, of course, they do it in the auditorium, so they have the 2 sets on the mezzanine, and then they could just turn the cameras and face the stage, so you have, you know, much larger performance area for the bigger groups.
Every single year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We've come a long way from those early days, and it's only gotten bigger because of the community support.
Live from Arizona, thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi. Hi, I'm Pam.
In the past, we've had some organizations from surrounding towns, and because of that, you get people in different communities watching the show. But also, you get the students that will solicit business donations from restaurants and shops.
From fire departments to local businesses, to local dentistry offices that step up and help us. It's just absolutely amazing.
It's just a great way to see how much we all help each other and how we work together and how we pull together. And there's definitely some uniqueness about our community, about how we reach out and we care about each other. I have seen some of the recipients of this program receive donations that have helped them, and I just think sitting here and watching all these students amazingly put this production on is just such a great thing for our town. So I'm very grateful for that.
Not to mention the tremendous amount of support that we get from this school district. Region 17 is a wonderful, supportive school district, and they are always reaching out to the community and helping them in every way that they can. The schools, from the superintendent's office, right down the line, they're also very supportive of the holiday show.
As a student coming through this district and seeing it from the student perspective and how beneficial it was to whatever cause was going to be the recipient for that year was really, really amazing to see. And then coming back and being a teacher and having homerooms raising money and other organizations raising money, and now as an assistant principal at the middle school having the opportunity to have our entire student body raise money for different causes. And then also seeing, you know, as part of the Jason Lantieri Foundation, the recipient of the holiday show and what that has meant to our organization.
It gives students and it gives our community an opportunity to all come together and support. And what better time of year? I mean, the holidays are all about giving, and it's a perfect opportunity.
And you said do you want us to mention your name that you were a donor? And credit card number?
But the people that are donating don't know these people at all, and that yet they open their hearts, they open their pocketbooks, and they make very generous donations. And I am completely blown away by the amount of community giving that goes on during this to support whatever organization we choose.
On behalf of the National Multiple Sclerosis Society and all the people who are affected by MS here in Connecticut and across the country, I know I've said it to you before, I hope you truly understand you've done an amazing thing for us. You've helped to raise, I think it's almost $10,000 at this point.
It's really hard to really express, but we just can't thank them enough for choosing our family as the benefactors for this organization, and we thank you very much.
It was nice to see everybody, like I'd mentioned before, everybody coming together as a community and to be in helping support me and my family and also everybody else that struggles with the same disease.
That's perfect. Okay, are they ready? Okay, ready? Okay, ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put their audio up.
I think it's really important that, you know, the young folks today learn the importance of giving back. And I have a wonderful vehicle where they can use their talent, their mass communications, their entertainment, their dancing, their singing, where they can give back. And to know that, to teach that, it's kind of like perpetual motion, because they take the feeling that those students have at the end of that show. They feel so good about, you know, what they just accomplished.
It really shows how much our community cares about one another to be able to help someone that can't help themselves.
And I've been watching this ever since I was little, and it just, knowing that I can finally be into such a great cause just makes me really happy.
And catering gift card for $25.
And that's a lesson that sometimes we forget to teach our young people. And I jump all over that opportunity to expose them to that, because once you've been bitten by that bug of how good it feels to give back, you're going to want to do it again and again.
Once we did the holiday show, we had talked to more of the people that run the organization, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and we met some of the higher-ups that run the Connecticut and some of the New England chapters, and it helped get me and my family more involved in the organization. So,
and it's easily viewed when I get so many alumni that come back every year that want to help out with the holiday show. They're drawn back to, hey, this was such a cool experience, and I want to help, I want to get involved again. And that's what makes it so very special.
Ever since I graduated, I've been back every year. I've not missed a holiday show in 10 years. But it's that sense of community that keeps me going back.
Every year I always come back, even though I'm not directly involved with the holiday show. When I come back from college over winter break, I'll still come back and I'll go down to see how the holiday show is going, just because I really genuinely just enjoyed helping out local charities, and I really love to come back and see how the future generations of HK are doing with new charities that we pick each year.
And the greatest gift for me is when the students come up to me at the end of the holiday show and say, hey, Mr. Lewis, this was probably the most enjoyable thing I've done during my whole high school experience. And these are kids that are giving back, and they finally understand the meaning of what it feels like to give back, and to see the pride and the smiles on their faces at the end of the holiday show. It's what makes me do it every year. That's what it's all about, and they get it.
You guys are so great. You guys are so great. Thank you to all of you. I'm so very proud of you. Mr. Kane and I couldn't have done it without you guys. You were fantastic. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.
It's a perfect example of how students can give back to their community, how a school district and the town community around it that can work hand in hand towards a common goal.
In this season of giving, it's my way of giving back to the world that's been so good to me.
Really benefits the people that it needs to benefit, and so it's an awesome way for our community to come together and just to give back to as many and as much as we possibly can.
And for at least a few hours, everyone's focus is just on that, and it's really nice.
$14,528.14. Our current total is $14,150.
$16,731.54.
That's the end of our holiday show. Thank you guys. Thank you.
It's magical, and that's what it's all about, and that's what it means to me. Giving back. That's what this season's all about. Giving back at least a small piece of the many blessings that we have. Whether a person gives a dime or thousands, whether behind the camera or in front of the camera, every piece comes together to give, to share the love.
Not too close to the light, but maybe getting far from the dark. It's a pretty crazy life with all these riddles on my heart. And the hearts are hard, shut and closed and barred. Is it time that we all head back to the start? It's so cut and dry, it's so wrong or right. Never even try to set aside the pride. But when the world is silent, you can hear them crying. And if the blackbird sings in the night, and the white dove sings in the day, can we meet in the middle on a sunny shade of gray? Not too close to the light, but maybe getting far from the dark. It's a pretty crazy life with all these riddles on my heart. It's a pretty crazy life with all these riddles on